Over the last decade, clients have asked me thousands of questions about divorce mediation. From all these questions, I've compiled the top 12 to help you get a clear understanding of divorce mediation, especially if you live in California. Hey, it's Raymond Heckmat here to help you get real answers on family, marriage, and divorce. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay updated and join the community. Plus, the info and links we cover in this video are listed in the description below. Let's kick off this Q&A. Mediation is a voluntary and confidential process where you and your spouse come to a resolution of your divorce with an unbiased third party. Let's unpack the top 12 questions on mediation I've received over my years in practice. Divorce litigation is a process where you and your spouse resolve your case in court. Typically, attorneys represent each party and a judge decides on the outcome. In mediation, on the other hand, you take matters in your own hands to determine an outcome of your case rather than giving up power to litigating attorneys and the courts. Plus, you avoid the competitive win or lose and he said, she said nature of divorce litigation cases that you've seen a million times in the media and the internet. Here's a list of questions you can ask yourself to determine if mediation is right for you. Are you willing to respectfully discuss and resolve your marital issues without going to court? Are you willing to be open and honest about your emotions, behavior, finances, and assets? Are you willing to make compromises when necessary? Have you and your spouse already discussed how to divide your property and share custody of your children? If you answered yes to all of the questions above, then you'd be a good candidate for divorce mediation. Before you go searching for a mediator, you have to answer 3 important questions. 1, what are your goals for mediation? 2, what are your expectations from the mediation? And 3, what is your and your spouse's budget? Regarding goals, what exactly are you hoping to achieve with mediation? What problems do you wish to resolve with a neutral third party? On what issues do you stand firmly? And on what issues do you have room to compromise? Next, clearly define your expectations from the mediation. Do you feel that you're losing arguments with your spouse and you're just looking for a mediator to establish fair play? How much time do you want to spend on the mediation? Weeks? Months? Finally, how much money can you spend on mediation? Will your partner be sharing in the cost? Are you willing to explore mediation programs that are more budget conscious? Let's actually cover mediation costs next. The average cost of a mediation in California is around $5,000, not including the cost of consulting attorneys and other professionals you may need. Comparatively, a litigation case can cost 3 or more times as much. However, it's important to understand that the fees for mediation are calculated by the hour, so you and your spouse need to determine, estimate, and budget how many sessions and hours are needed to come to an agreement. It's really important to note that the final cost of mediation may vary depending on the details of your case. Before kicking off the mediation, your mediator will meet with both of you to plan out the process. Especially in cases with attorneys, the mediator may receive official documents from each party to outline the important issues needed to be resolved in the case. Then, your mediator facilitates a conversation between you and your partner in order to resolve your disagreements. The mediator makes sure each party gets to speak without being interrupted, so you can both speak freely during those sessions. Sometimes, the mediator may even meet with each party separately to facilitate cooperation and communication when emotions get high. In the end, a successful mediation results in a mutually beneficial agreement your mediator has constructed for you. Typically, both parties and the mediator are present. In sessions with complex issues, you may need to have jointly retained custody professionals, forensic accountants, or a divorce consultant present to thoroughly examine and solve your divorce case. Here are 3 standard rules of mediation. Mediation is voluntary, so both parties are not required to come to an agreement, and each person can opt out of the mediation at any time. Plus, the agreement is binding only if both parties agree to it. Mediation is confidential, so decisions are made privately. This allows both parties to feel comfortable talking about important topics freely and openly on sensitive topics. Mediation is privilege, which means that statements you make in the mediation can't be used against you later in court or other legal proceedings. No, a mediator is not like a judge, and here are the key differences. 1. The mediator does not decide who's right or wrong. The mediator remains neutral and doesn't hear each side to make their case or make a ruling. 2. The mediator does not tell you or your partner what to do or how to resolve the case. 3. The mediator does not enforce orders. If any issues come up with enforcement, you'll have to go to court or set up additional mediation sessions. Yes, remember, the mediator is a neutral third party that does not and cannot give you legal advice. A consulting divorce attorney is the key to making sure your rights are protected, your finances are considered, and that your primary goals are achieved. You don't retain them as your attorney of record, so they don't appear in court on your behalf, nor do they represent you in your case. This means you pay only for the consultant's time as you see fit. First, share this video with your spouse to help educate them on the mediation process. You can also watch and share my video where I compare litigation and mediation side by side. Ultimately though, if your partner won't agree to mediation, you'll need to hire an attorney to help litigate or resolve your case. Sometimes mediation alone can't resolve all the issues in a divorce, especially in complex cases involving custody, finances, and assets. In these cases, litigation may be inevitable, but you can walk away with the valuable experience of working with your partner and a mediator in a commendable attempt to resolve your differences. Please, if you have any questions whatsoever while you're weighing out your divorce options, reach out to me in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them or lead you in the right direction. I absolutely love helping people find success in this crucial part of their lives. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified of new videos. See you soon.